Okay, so now we've understood the basic concepts of how to breathe diaphragmatically from down at the bottom of our lungs. We're going to put that into some breathing control exercises. So these are quite nice ones to practice, and they have a number of different kind of benefits to them. So firstly, they're really useful for anxiety. So if our heart rate's quite high and our respiratory rate's quite high, maybe because we are feeling a little bit anxious, then just by lowering our breathing control and our respiratory rate, we can bring our heart rate down. So it's a really nice way to kind of centre ourselves, feel a little bit grounded. So it has a really useful effect in that sense. Kind of secondly, from a physio point of view, it has some links with kind of shoulder and neck injury. So how we breathe can kind of play into some pathologies that we occasionally see around the neck and shoulder, which might seem like quite a strange concept, but the muscles that kind of help us to breathe under exertion and exercise, when we need kind of extra support to kind of breathe quicker and get air into our lungs quicker, are called our accessory muscles. And they sit quite close to the top of our chest and around our necks and attach into our collarbones and things like that. But they also link quite close into our shoulders. So muscles have kind of the two endpoints of kind of linking to our neck, linking to our shoulder. And so if we're kind of constantly breathing at a high respiratory rate and that becomes our normal, and we tend to breathe more apically, then we can get shortening of those muscles, which can, in the long run, in some instances, have an impact on the way that our shoulders move. So being able to understand our breathing control and get our breathing patterns much better, and again, kind of maximising the space at the bottom of the lungs, can have an impact in some cases, mitigating from some shoulder and neck injury. So a number of different reasons as to why these are useful, really. So we're just going to start with some really simple breathing exercises to kind of get used to that. And all we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds. Again, use our hand placement at the bottom of our lungs to help facilitate that, give us some feedback. And then we're going to breathe out for 5 seconds. So it's as simple as that. And we're just going to do that a couple of times, breathing in for 5 and then breathing out for 5. And again, to start with, that might feel quite difficult because the tendency is to kind of want to take a nice big breath in, and then to hold on to that for 5 seconds can be quite hard if you've not tried that before. So it's a really nice way of controlling our ability to take a slow, longer, deep breath in, and then control the kind of exhalation part of that in terms of being quite slow and gentle. So that's quite a nice one to practice. The addition to that is that we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, but we're then going to hold that breath for 5 seconds and then breathe out for 5 seconds. So a little bit more challenging, a little bit harder, but it's a nice addition to the first one. So just have a little go at that. Good. And again, these don't have to be done in sitting. They can be done lying down, wherever you kind of feel comfortable, really. And sometimes they can be quite a nice one to do just before you drop off to sleep. So wherever's comfortable, wherever you feel most relaxed is the best place to do these. Trying to do these in quite a loud, noisy environment can make it quite difficult because they can require a little bit of concentration to kind of get the movement pattern right. But yeah, have a go with those and see how you get on.